All right, let's talk about something we've all felt. You check your bank account, and the number is just lower than you thought it would be. And you know you've already gone through and canceled all those random subscriptions, so where is the money actually going? It feels like it just vanishes into thin air. Well, today we're cracking the case on those invisible money leaks that slowly drain your funds when you're not even looking. You know that feeling, right? It's like some kind of financial phantom is just dipping into your account, making these tiny little withdrawals day after day. You scroll through your statements, and there are no big, flashy purchases to explain it, but the money's still gone. It's not a ghost, of course, but the real culprits are just as invisible if you don't know exactly where to look. So that's what we're doing. We are putting on our detective hats, and we are going ghost hunting for your money. By the end of this, you're not just going to know where to find these little money phantoms, you're going to have the tools to banish them from your bank account for good.
Okay, let's open our first case file. This one is all about the most common and honestly the most deceptive culprits out there, our daily habits. These are those small, no big deal purchases that create this slow, steady drip, draining your finances over time. You can think of it like death by 1,000 paper cuts, or maybe 1,000 coffee cups.
So what's with this number, $1,825? Well, that's what one $5 coffee, bought every single day of the year, adds up to. Yeah. When you see it like that as a big lump sum, that small daily treat suddenly looks a lot more like a plane ticket, or a brand new laptop, or just a serious boost to your savings. And this, right here, shows you the incredible power of making one tiny change. I mean, look at that. You're not even giving up the coffee. You're just changing where you get it. That difference is massive. It's a single decision that could save you over 1,600 bucks a year. It's kind of mind-blowing when you see it laid out like this. And you know, that same idea leads us right into our next case, the super high price of easy. Our lives are so busy, and we are constantly paying a premium for convenience. You see it everywhere, from pre-cut veggies to maybe the biggest offender of them all, food delivery. So the real question is, what is all that convenience actually costing you? So when you order delivery, that menu price, oh, that's just the beginning of the story. From there, you get hit with this whole cascade of extra charges. You've got the service fee for using the app, then the delivery fee that goes to the driver, and then, of course, a tip on top of all of that. These fees are kind of designed to be a little bit confusing, to hide the true inflated cost of what you're buying.
And here's the evidence, right here in black and white. That $20 meal you wanted? It easily turns into a $35 meal once that convenience tax gets slapped on. That is a 75% markup, all for the luxury of not having to leave your house. If you do that just once a week, you're looking at nearly $800 extra a year, just gone.
Okay, for our third and final case file, we're going to dig into the psychological traps that retailers set for all of us. Think of these as the subtle accomplices to our own overspending. Things like brand loyalty that maybe isn't even earned, or those super tempting impulse buys they place right by the checkout counter.
You know, this chart is so revealing. It really shows how often we pay this huge premium for nothing more than packaging and a familiar name, even when the product inside is almost identical. The trick is to look at the price per unit, or price per ounce. That's when you see that the store brand or the bulk version often gives you the exact same thing for a fraction of the cost.
So, how do you fight back against these traps? Well, you can arm yourself with 3 simple but really powerful questions before any non-essential purchase. Just think of these as a circuit breaker for your impulse brain. They force you to take a quick pause for some rational thought before you just tap your card. So, we've identified the culprits, we've looked at the evidence, now it's time to equip you with the tools you need to become the lead detective in your own financial life, so you can solve your own cases of disappearing money. And here it is, your official financial detective kit. First up, audit your small daily habits to see their true annual cost. Second, always calculate the real price of convenience. Third, just make it a habit to look for the generic or bulk alternative. And finally, use that 24-hour rule to defeat those impulse buys. These 4 strategies right here, these are your new secret weapons. So, the ghosts have been unmasked, and it turns out they aren't supernatural at all. They're just small, unexamined habits that add up big time. But now the power is totally in your hands. So looking at your own finances, which one of these invisible leaks are you going to plug first?